morning, everyone. Thank you for your attention. We are Team Panama. We named it after the Panama Hotel because we really liked it. And so frozen. Sorry. What? Sorry. Okay, we're going to start again. So first, we'd like to start off with explaining what Goodwill is, which is our group of project interns. And Goodwill is an NPO that was founded in 1892, which means it's been on for more than 100 years. And it's an organization which has an education side and a business side. And what appears and what you can see is that it's a thrift shop based on people's donations, and they use the fee for job training for low-income people, especially for immigrants. And it's sustainable. People have been donating for a long time, and it's a really good role model as a social enterprise too. And our project was to think of a logic model for their new program called the VESOL program, which targeted low-level English-speaking immigrants and did job training and English training for them too. And so this is what our group project looks like, and that's the logic model. Yes. Okay, so next we're going to talk about, each of us are going to talk about what we learned through this program.
First, I explain my running on this program. It is the most biggest running for me to know such a new side about me and accept it. Since now, when I have gone through rough times while I live in Japan, I didn't focus on my weakness. I put the lid on the box, and I tried to forget that. But this time, I could not my weakness. Truth be told, it was a hard time for me during group projects because our group mentor John made many appointments for us to go to meet many professors, to go to many school, hospital, and more. It was so, in spite of many good environments, I was my best to listen to English, listen to English, but I couldn't to think about more. So it was difficult for me to think about more. This is why I started running edge during the group projects. And more, to make matters worse, last week I got pneumonia. It brought me the edge more. At the same time, there was an important week for our group project to make logic model, but I couldn't do anything. I slept all over the day. It was irritating. It was frustrating that I couldn't do anything. I have scenes of frustration because I experienced this hard and more. I have put the lid when I felt like, but now I can put the lid in my box. I can focus and accept my weakness. I can learn many things during this program. This is, I think, Britt always said to us, this is just beginning. So this is to say how will do I after I go back to Japan. I make use of these experiences. Finally, I want to say one word. I'm really happy to participate and to meet everybody. Thank you so much.
So when I look back, when I look back my 5 weeks here, and then I found my intention in my first page of my journal, this one, like graph journal, and then like my intention for SIIS program is to understand who I am simply and like, clearly. What I learned from SIIS program, like I got so many tools from the session, which provided by IB, and then the keywords are like leadership styles, like triggers, and then open mind, and then assumption, and then IB community. Like I want to focus on like assumptions first. Like sometimes I just made some assumption for me, and then it was just wrong. Like for example, like I did my speech in front of many people, but last time I really hated like, and then I felt like I'm not good at doing that kind of stuff. But after I did my speech, like many people and then like many mentors said like it was great job. So I was really feel good, and then I felt like it was just assumption. So I need to try about like everything with like open mind. I realized that. Then community also gave me very different idea, and then I did community, for example, like my mentor told me like what I can do is like I'm very good at like critical thinking, but I never think about that way. And then my friends, I did friends, told me like you have very good like sense of ownership, and then it was first time for me to listen about that as well. Then I could apply these tools through the group project. Then, for example, like I learned how to take my own leadership style in our gym group. And then I could find what I like to do and then what I don't like to do with the gym members. Then I want to talk about the next step after SIIS program. Then I want to practice how to apply what I learned from this program many times, because it was just beginning. He already told us, but I thought the same. I think it's just beginning, so I need to practice more about that. And then I want to be open about my vulnerability and then my questions through like blogs or speech, because I want to like know about my vulnerability, and then I want to express my feeling as well. Then my final goal in my life will be like I will make my own vision based on what I want to do, what I like to do with people living in Southeast Asian countries for our happiness. So this is my next step after that. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about three things. First of all, what I learned about through this program, and secondly, I'm going to talk about what I learned from the group project, and thirdly, I'm going to talk about what I take back to Japan. So first of all, through this program, I got an intellectual curiosity. This is because I had a lot of opportunity to associate or communicate with people or a professor and some other fields. So that's really interesting for me because if I studied a little bit before participating in this program, I can obtain a lot of information through this program. So I think I really want to study hard. So that's the really most important thing about this program. And secondly, yeah, probably the other group members, I think I mentioned about the logic model and something like that. So I'm gonna talking about the Lantom's group project. So in fact, I stood the landing edge through this group project because I have a lot of opinion to want to say about to people, something the professor, mentor, something like that. But I can't explain about my opinion in English. But Yukiko or Maiko can speak English fluently. They fond of the conversation each other. So I'm really sad about the gap between me and other people. So and then I acted like that. I can't think anything. I can't say anything. So that is my active style. So I stood the 10 of the landing page in this group project. So finally, I'm talking about what I want to take back to Japan. So as I said, I have the intellectual curiosity. So I'm looking forward to studying a lot of. I'm looking forward to studying a lot of things in Japan. And I want to say about I found the good rival to grow up myself. I mean, yeah, of course, all of you guys are the rival and inspired of me, but in particular, I was inspired by Mayuko because Mayuko has a really superior English skills and really resilient, and she has also long legs rather than me. So I was really inspired her. So I think I'm gonna overcome her, and I want to grow up rather than her. So I'm gonna study hard, and I want to overcome her. So that is a really good motivation for me. So thank you for giving us a good opportunity to grow up myself. Thank you very much.
I'm going to talk about my experience here too. These are the pictures of my memories, and I'm really thankful and really honored to be in this community. First, I'd like to talk about, I learned many things. I learned too many things, and I'm really bad at organizing my thoughts, and so I might get off. But first of all, what was really memorable to me was working with Goodwill, because it was my first time to see what a real sustainable and social enterprise was. I've always been into solving people's problems, wanting to volunteer, do charity, but I've always had the kind of dilemma that it's not sustainable, and that it takes, it's really hard to really continue it. But through this model, I learned that there is a way to combine business and charity together to really solve the problem, and solve the problem of what governmental public sectors can't solve by these social enterprises. And with full understanding of the social enterprises, I think I can carry it back to Japan. And also, I learned about Japanese American culture. I actually was born in the States, and I've lived here for a total of 8 years, and so I have what's rather bicultural background, just like the Japanese Americans, although it's short. And through their experiences, I've learned the importance of really sustaining the relationship between Japan and America, and that the United States, is a really important ally for us, and that and it motivated me to want to work with the United States with more passion, and that's another takeaway for me. And also, not only about, since we got to go to many visits, since I'm really interested in solving public problems, social issues, it gave me a broader idea that I really want to create more equal opportunities for people and to create better lives for people who are having difficulties. And I thought that the root cause to solve that would be education. And so when I go back to Japan, I would like to kind of my goal is to improve the people's lives through education, and I really want to kind of try many kind of ways to fulfill my goal. And one more is about myself, not only about what I learned, like academically and for my goals, but just for my personal self. I'm really positive all the time, and I really don't think too much. I don't do deep thinking that much, but I learned how important it is to really reflect on yourself, to be honest to your emotions, and to really listen to who we are, because I often get lost. But then really reflecting on yourself, the answer is really in yourself, and that's what I learned from everyone's opinions and all the sessions I've had. And so I used to compare myself to others, but through that I can really look at myself, my passion, and I really like that word that you carry the best answer for yourself, and so I'm going to follow that. Thank you.
So next, we explain our idea of technology. We think from based on our learning at Goodwill, when we did group projects, we focus on immigrants. Like that, we focus on there, and we explain points with logic model. First, what is program statement? What is problem? Immigrants to the US have language barriers and suffer from isolation, which leads to difficulties in their lives. And next is strategies.
Yes, I would like to talk about strategies about that program statement. Then we have two strategies, and the first one is build strong community and relationship, and the second one is to understand of American culture, because we already interviewed so many immigrants, and then immigrants community, and then they they have language barriers, but they also have that lack of community and the relationship, and then it suffers them a lot. So we focus on these two strategies. And then, for example, and then we focus on the application because it's easy and then it's simple. And then Yuto will talk about the more specific about the application.
So please imagine about the Tinder, you know about that. So in this application, and this app has AI, and so the people want to share their opinion and between the other country. In this application, the language will change depending on the countries and countries. So and all people can setting up their interest or background, something like that, and then people can choose the people, and then people can connect with the same interest, and but for example, the between immigrants and American people, people who has the same interest. And secondly, all people can access this application from all devices or something. For example, the PC and the phone and the tablet, and they can easily control that because you know the Tinder. They say no. It's a simple way to associate with immigrants and people. So and finally, so it is not limited about the virtual conversation. because people can meet the real life, so and then they can open the events. So for example, the cooking, the meeting in real life.
And so in conclusion, for our outcomes, we think that more and more people connecting to each other, unrelated to their ethnicity, can improve more understandings with each other, and immigrants would be able to improve their English skills or even their native language skills, and plus it could create a community for isolated people. And what we focused on was like a community of people that would be connected by this application, and so that's our goal. So thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.